band, helping to kind of interweave within the holographic grid to help bring about and anchor the 5D reality. They also talked to me about like the soul reconnection technique that they showed me. And they said, you know, you've been talking about the holographic grids, you've been talking about nodes and all of these things for years. And now we're reminding you what part of that is and how that feeds in to the next steps in your mission. And they also showed me some pretty interesting thing about timelines and, you know, how now to 2027, you know, we've got this timeline split, but it's not necessarily a split. It's just pulling more of the veil up so that we can anchor into that which we already are. And then between that and I think it was 2030, there's this holographic realignment with the grid, and we're bringing back those inversions and correcting those. And then from 31 to 2033, then that's when we have this embodiment of the crystalline human, and this planetary codex begins to come alive. And so they reminded me that part of my agreement is to remember these teachings and to really bring them forward about the holographic codex. Can't talk tonight, guys. And the teachings. And so they've asked me to create the Living Codex Academy. And this academy is really going to be a sacred learning temple that's designed to awaken and activate and to embody that original divine blueprint of the new human. And so all of the teachings are very, very vibrational in their nature, and they're very soul aligning. And so it's going to help people to really be able to remember who they are and to unlock who they have always been in their field. And so for those of you that studied with me, you know I've been preaching about the holographic grid and ley lines and the planetary and the human codex and, you know, all of these things. And of course now I know why. And this library, not the library, but the Living Codex Academy, is going to serve as this transmission hub for even a greater advanced teaching center, so that we can then send out a new beacon and start to bring people in who are ready to learn about the soul architecture and the multidimensional healing and all the harmonic laws and the holographic formatting of the crystalline human. And so this Saturday, I actually start with the first teaching, the vibrational mastery, and I'm super excited about that. But that's kind of where my attention is going over this next little bit. And then after I figured that out, it was like, oh my gosh, what to do with cosmic conversations? I love everybody, you know. So it's like, feel is the natural. You know, Phil was there with me in the very beginning when we got the Wish Alliance going. And Phil was there, you know, cheering me on, coming up with names, helping, you know, he brought Jimmy Twyman and, you know, a lot of the other speakers. And so this is going to be a platform that, you know, once a month Phil can provide a teaching. And I think he's got like some panels and, you know, different people that are going to be coming up. So it's going to be a continuation of everything that we have done. And with all these beacons, all this information that's going out, we're truly helping to anchor that 5D design. I can't say anchor it because it's already here. We're unveiling it bit by bit by bit. And as your vibrational frequency rises, as you lock in, and as these codexes start to come online for you, then you're going to be part of that process that helps with this unveiling. And this is going to be a huge, you know, this is going to be a huge part. And the things that Phil is going to bring to you, absolutely amazing. So Phil, I want to thank you so much. It's going to be an honor to kind of hand this over to you for the next year while we're getting all of these things together and up and running. So thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody.
Well, it's really an honor. I mean, I know, and I was told, and it really was confirmed to me when we hooked up in Marin, that what's opening up for you and all of us is a whole nother level, a whole new piece of this contract, and it's huge.
Yeah.
And it's huge. I know exactly what you're feeling, you know, and it's really Sheila's recommended a lot of wonderful people that I'm going to have on Cosmic Conversations. I have a bunch of people that I'd like to have on because it is, like you said, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother mantle responsibility that we're being given. Not that we've been messing around before but it's just right now, it's really a whole new level. And we're being given lots and lots of stuff that's absolutely essential that we need to know now. And we're really at the front lines now. And it's very critical, not in a stress producing way. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that just feels more right than knowing what you're here to do and having these platforms to do it. I want to get Pope. You know how hard it is to get the Pope on a podcast? Do you know the hurdles the hoops you have to go through to get a Pope on a podcast? Well, I've got some applications in to get Pope Leo the 14th in. Not easy, but we have a lot of great people lined up. We're going to do once a month. I think we're going to do mini panels. You know, there's a lot of people who need to be heard, and you need to be heard, and your voices need to be heard. There's nobody that's on the sidelines anymore. There's no wallflowers. We're all being asked to take our place among the angelics, not only as allies, but as equals. And I think...
And if you're listening and you are interested in being a speaker, you can go to the Conscious Awakening Network and work with us. Go ahead and click on that menu, and there's a drop down, and you can fill out the form to become a speaker, and someone will get a hold of you. So, thank you, everyone. Much love to everybody. I'm super, super excited about the transition, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week. So, namaste, everyone, and much love.
Much love, everybody.
Thanks.
Love.
Bye-bye.
Nice. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome.
Good
Sheila,
night.
hold on. Stay on for a minute, okay?
No, we can't. I have to end the session.
Oh, you do?
So
Okay.
We'll hop back on. All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Conversations right here on the Conscious Awakening Network. I'm your host, Sheila Seppi, and I want to thank you for being here. So whether you're watching us live on one of our many platforms, or if you're listening to us on one of our podcast locations, thank you, thank you, thank you.